Recently, I was invited to be a judge for the first ever Code for a Cause charity game jam, probably because of my extensive game dev experience and expertise. What did I do? All my work! And I decided to accept, because I love charity. And I also might have completely run out of game ideas, so I'm just gonna take the best idea from each of the games to create my own perfect game. And it's not stealing, because, okay, no, it is kind of stealing. I played the top 50 games out of the almost 300 total submissions, and the theme that each game had to use in some way was keep moving forward. And there were a lot of, let's say, unique ideas that came from this theme. Jose Jalapeno, you're no match for my 9mm. But for some reason, a lot of people decided to make games about driving. There was a roguelike driving game, a snake-inspired driving game, and a game where you play as a dinosaur escaping the meteor in a car. Okay, where's this meteor shower? I don't see it yet. Oh no, there are the meteors. And I immediately died, dude. Hey, well, that's a historically accurate dinosaur versus meteor fight. But I'm looking for the best games, because they probably have the best ideas for me to steal. And my favorite driving game that I played was Shift Up. On my right, the Eiffel Tower. Oh my god! I'm swerving. In Shift Up, you pretty much just drive in a straight line really fast. This is getting pretty scary, man. I'm going so fast. It's just a bad time to mention that I don't actually have my driver's license, which I only do when I'm driving home from the bar. Just kidding. I don't go to the bar. I make YouTube videos, which is way cooler, right? But in Shift Up, the reason you're driving this fast isn't just for fun, it's for something much more important. A sandwich. I can smell that deli meat in the air just a little bit further. I don't know if it's just because I'm really hungry, but I really like the idea of chasing a sandwich as the goal for the game, which is why I'm gonna steal the idea. So thank you, Shift Up, for your contribution to my perfect game. You will not be in the credits, but you'll always be in my thoughts. Anyway, I am technically supposed to be judging these games, not just stealing their ideas. So now it's time to give some critiques. And for Shift Up, I only really have one: the controls. Oh, steer with the mouse. Okay, got it. Steering with the mouse can be really clunky, and having the keys to fix your car on the opposite side of the keyboard from where you drive is pretty close to a human rights violation. So I'm gonna have to dock some points for all of the physical therapy that this game put me through. C tier. So the first idea I have for my perfect game is sandwich, which is pretty good, but for the next idea, I want something a little bit different. So the next game I'm going to be stealing from is Job Description. Oh god, this is scary. Which was the only horror game that I played for this jam. Not because I'm afraid to play horror games or anything, because I'm not. It was just the only one to make it into the top 50. Probably because it gets pretty scary before you even play it. Instead of being able to play it in the browser, like almost every other game submitted to the jam, you have to download it. Well, that's always good news. Windows protected my PC. If only there was some kind of service that could help keep me safe while I browse the internet. This video is brought to you by NordVPN. This game could have a virus, a Trojan, a keylogger, or even spyware looking for your bank details. And once malware is on your device, your data is at risk of being ransomed, destroyed, or stolen. If I lost my folder of Napoleon fan art thanks to some malware I installed, I don't think I would be able to forgive myself. But thanks to NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro, I can scan the file for any potential malware before I even download it. And I won't need to worry about losing my prized Napoleon fan art collection. And NordVPN isn't just useful for keeping you safe while browsing the internet. I've been using NordVPN for over a year to access region block content. NordVPN lets you connect to servers in over 100 countries, which lets you access blocked content from almost anywhere in the world. And right now, by going to nordvpn.com/ryvpn, you can get a huge discount on a 2-year plan with 4 bonus months included. And you can sign up risk-free thanks to their 30-day money-back guarantee. So make sure to head over to nordvpn.com/ryvpn or use the first link in the description and start browsing the internet the smart way. And now, thanks to NordVPN, I can download the game without worrying about any malware. The only thing I do have to worry about is finding the best idea to steal. And since this is a horror game, that'll probably be whatever makes the game the scariest. Man, this is gonna be scary. I don't like horror games. In Job Description, you were supposed to attend a job interview, but instead, your interviewer kidnapped you, took you out into the forest, and is hunting you. That might already sound like the scariest part of the game, but hey, it's not all bad. At least you have a job. It's just a little bit more dangerous than other jobs. What is that? Okay. I think there's someone behind me. You probably can't tell because of my bravery, but the game is actually pretty scary. The scariest part is that you're being chased by what sounds like a mix of a Redditor and a Discord mod. Dude, it sounds like he's just whispering in my ear. I don't like this. As you've clearly seen, I don't really get scared at all, but being chased by a combination of a Redditor and a Discord mod might be the most terrifying situation you could be in, which means that it's the perfect idea for me to steal. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna combine a sandwich and a creepy murderous stalker, but I'll worry about that later. For now, I need to get back to judging the game. The objective of job description is to find and collect 3 keys around the map. The only problem is that the map is massive. Oh, I'm so far away from all the other stuff, dude. This map is massive. Might be a little bit too big, honestly. So the gameplay kind of just becomes a walking simulator between all of the keys. And because the map is also really open, it's pretty easy to avoid the hunter. So the game gets a lot less scary the longer you play it. It only gets really scary when you eventually get caught. Oh my god. What is happening? Is he shooting at me? Oh, I'm dead. Okay, I think you just shot me. As the only horror game to make it into the top 50, I think the game did a good job at being really scary. Not for me though, because as you saw, I don't get scared, ever. B tier. I think this game is really starting to come together, but I still don't have a clear picture on what the game will be about, which is why the next game I'm gonna be stealing from is Rogue Revenge. Shoot, 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 die! In Rogue Revenge, your wife was murdered, and now you need to track down and find the person who did it and take your revenge. Who murdered my wife? Tell me! I will kill everyone here! Oh, okay, I died. Aside from falling into deep pits, the only thing between you and your revenge are the enemies in your way. So it's a good thing you have your trusty revolver to keep you safe. Okay, nice. He's dead. And the game really does a good job of making shooting and murdering everyone in your way, man, woman, and child, no matter if they provoke you or not, really satisfying. And you know what? I think this is the perfect idea to add to my game. Plus, it'll be really fun. But even though the game does feel really good to play, there are a couple of problems. Because you can't stop moving, sometimes the AI pathing makes it almost impossible to not get hit and lose a life, and you also can't manually reload your revolver, which means you might not have enough bullets to get past a certain section, which can make the game feel pretty luck-based at certain points. Oh god. No, I ran out of bullets, dude. That was so unlucky. But then again, it is sometimes just a skill issue. God damn it, I just stepped on a turd, dude, and I died. But because you have so many lives, dying to bad luck doesn't feel too punishing. But having lots of lives does make death feel pretty unimpactful. No, I fell down a deep pit. I don't care how many times I die. I'll kill my wife. Kill her. But once you get down to your last life, the game does get pretty tense. Okay, last life. Clutch time, clutch time. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That killed me? I clearly stepped on its head. Oh, wait, I get to go again. Oh, that was my last life. Oh my god, are you kidding? I had one more life and I just immediately walked into the thing that killed me before. Are you kidding? I guess I won't be avenging my wife's murder today. Even though the game does have some problems, I've never felt as satisfied as I did after gunning down my enemies in cold blood. And for that, A tier. And I think my perfect game is really coming together now. I think we're getting pretty close to the perfect idea, but there are still some parts missing. So the next game I'm going to be stealing from to try and fill those gaps is Neon Striker. I'm the greatest pilot this galaxy has ever seen. Going in for a strike. Ow, I got hit by a lot of green balls. Neon Striker is a bullet hell space game, which means that a lot of your time will be spent dodging bullets. All right, around the asteroid. Oh god. Okay, that's fine. Minimal damage taken. Because you need to spend most of your time focusing on not getting hit, the game will make your life a little bit easier by auto-shooting your weapons. Dodge the laser. Okay, fire. Why aren't I shooting at him? You just need to remember to point the weapons towards the enemies, which means that you actually need to focus on not getting hit and pointing your weapons towards the enemies. That's like 2 things, which is quite a lot, even for my massive brain. I might have to dock some points for that. After each level, you can customize your ship with new weapons and perks that you place onto your ship. And my favorite was the Ball Crusher, for no particular reason. Yeah, get him, ball. My ball is crushing them. And I think that's the perfect idea to steal. The Ball Crusher, not the lame customization and perk system. Because there's nothing more fun than using your balls to crush your enemies. But speaking of the enemies, there are a few different factions of enemies that all have different ships and weapons. So you'll have to alter your strategy between each level. The Reds. These guys are easy. These guys suck. Watch this. Oh, they have missiles? Since when did they have missiles? Oh god, no. This isn't going great. I did think about stealing this idea instead of the ball crusher, but a ball crusher is just really cool. Plus, having different factions of enemies sounds like a lot of work, so I just decided to avoid that. Even though the game had some pretty unrealistic expectations that you could dodge and shoot at the same time, the game was still a lot of fun, mostly because of the ball crusher, A tier. And now, my perfect game is looking pretty good, but I want one more idea to really complete the concept so that I can create the perfect game. Out of all of the games that were submitted to the jam, there were a lot of them that I will call Balatro-like, where after each round you get to choose new perks that will help you in the next round. Now, I haven't actually played Balatro, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. In my opinion, the best one of these games was Rail Hunt, mostly because it has guns. Boom! 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 Get out of my cave, you filthy birds. Go back to the tree you came from. Unfortunately, I did already steal the idea of guns from Rogue Revenge, so I'll have to find something else in this game to steal. But luckily, Rail Hunt is a rail shooter that combines my two favorite things, guns and capitalism. I kill you in the name of capitalism so I can buy more upgrades at the end of the round. Shooting targets gives you money that you can use to buy upgrades between each round at the shop. Okay, more shotgun ammo or more ammo? You know what? I'll get more shotgun ammo. You know what? And more of that ammo. I'm rich. I can afford it. And since I can't steal the idea of guns a second time, I'll have to steal the next best thing, capitalism. 1+ shop slot. So I have to pay for the option of buying more things. I love capitalism. And thanks to Rail Hunt, I now have all of the ideas I need to create the perfect game. I just have to finish judging this game before I can start making it. But I really don't have anything bad to say. The game is just really fun. The only thing for me to really complain about is the amount of reading in the game. I mean, there's an entire book you have to read just to understand what the different targets do, and that's just too much. All I understood from it is that shooting green targets is bad. God damn it, that was a bad idea. But overall, the game is really great, and I'm not just saying that because of the guns and money. S tier. And now, after judging every game and stealing their best ideas, I started working on the perfect game. Sandwich, creepy murderous stalker, gun, ball crusher, capitalism. And after countless hours perfecting this game, it's finished. After many long hours and many stolen ideas, I have created the greatest game of all time. A masterpiece created from the ashes of every game I've reviewed. And here it is. Oh god, that's a lot of enemies. I think I did something wrong. Oh god. Okay, it's fine. I can survive this. Just oh my god. Die! Die! Oh no, they're getting me. Die! You're not taking me alive. Oh god, they're surrounding me. This game sucks.